Welcome to Learn DevOps Online. And in this particular video, we are going to talk about the Terraform state file locking with Amazon AWS S3 and DynamoDB. So first of all, let's try to understand. So what is a problem statement, by the way? So the problem statement, or why do we require this particular one, is the Terraform state file, if it is being stored in AWS S3, then if multiple Terraform apply happens in parallel, then it is going to corrupt or mismatch the state file, by the way. So because multiple applies are actually trying to access the same file and modify the same file at the same time, so then that is going to be a problem. And that is where so we need to look for a solution, because Amazon S3 doesn't have a locking mechanism on the files, so on the buckets what Amazon S3 is offering. So in this particular case, we typically need a solution that how any database works. And if you look in any database, by the way, if any transaction happening on a particular table or a particular row, generally the locking mechanism will be there. So in Terraform also, we definitely need that kind of a mechanism to achieve to achieve so the state file corruption, to avoid the state file corruption. So that's the major context. And in order to overcome this particular one, so Terraform extends its operation and allow us to take the locking mechanism with the DynamoDB is also a database, and we'll be looking in how it can be done through the so the DynamoDB, the locking mechanism, how it can be achieved over DynamoDB is what we are looking into. And the state file as it is going to be there on the S3, but however a multiple process is running, by the way. So now the Terraform will get a rejection message from the DynamoDB locking saying that it is already been in use. So let's go and find it out. How can we do that particular part? So let's look into the Amazon documentation, not Amazon in particular, Terraform documentation. So S3 DynamoDB locking. And if we generally go with this, all we need to do is we need to create one DynamoDB a table, and we need to provide. I already pulled the configuration a little bit. So this is the state file which are actually having a remote backend. And so the DynamoDB at this point of time, I just made it empty because I just want to show you how it needs to be done. So let's go and try to give so the backend, by the way, and S3 and the state, maybe locking. Yeah, here is the DynamoDB permission, by the way. What are the permissions? And maybe not exactly given in the way I'm looking for the data. Let's take some blocks, maybe some medium. So people has posted it, and here is the simple thing that we need to give is DynamoDB. But however, so when we are actually trying to create a DynamoDB as well, we need to ensure we just need to provide a lock ID. So a particular string it is expecting, that's the only thing that we need to provide. So let's go to the DynamoDB. And let's create a table. And I'm going to call it as Terraform. And here is the partition key. So we need to specify that as lock ID, and it has to be string. This is the only thing which is expected here. So that's it. So we created the table, and we created the table name as Terraform. So let's go and try to specify that information as Terraform. That's it. And we're going to run this particular code. Let me push this particular code, and we're going to run this particular code on a Linux box where I have a particular access, or where this Terraform is already installed, and it has access to this environment, by the way. I have the machine running, and I'm going to go for just getting this particular code inside that particular server. I just logged into two sessions onto the same server because I wanted to run the things in parallel. So that is where I just wanted to just show you. Let me go to TMP and then also git space clone this one, and I'll make it as a DR1. So let it clone under DR1, and here clone it under DR2. So you have dir2 here, and so dd one here. And so the Terraform initialization also has to be in different locations. So that is the reason that we are actually going with two different directories, by the way. All right. Now I'm going to run the Terraform. So Terraform apply and hyphen var Terraform apply hyphen auto hyphen approve. Simple. And it is expecting some sleep value. So here I'm going to give some 2 minutes. That is, which is 130 seconds. It is going to sleep. And however, while it is running, now here I wanted to go here and apply the Terraform while the things are already open going on, and the state file is clearly throwing us an error saying that so there is another, or this operation is logged, by the way, because other resource is running. Now once this is completed after 120 seconds of time, now you can happily go and run this. So this is where we are going to avoid multiple runs on the Terraform at the same time. So this avoids the state file mismatch. All right, so that would be all about this particular video, and thank you very much. See you in the next video.